And tonight on our Great American Panel, he's an Emmy and Peabody Award-winning comedian. He's appearing at the Bridge Street Theater in Collinsville, Connecticut.
What is that face you make every time?
On Saturday, August the 6th.
This is how I feed my family. I don't have a multi-million-dollar job like you.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, and she is the former communications director for the Republican Congressional Committee. Karen Hannity's here. He's a contributing editor to one of my favorite magazines, The American Spectator, former aide to Jack Kemp and Ronald Reagan. Jeffrey Lord is here. What's the best deal for the Republicans here? What should they do next?
Cut, cap, balance. I like Newt Gingrich as well. But look, we got to get locked into this now. I mean, you got to have something. You cannot walk away with, oh, we're going to do future cuts. Even President Reagan got burned about this.
$3 to everyone didn't happen.
Look, this is a battle royal for the country, for the future of the country. This is not about, right now and when we tend to treat these things like political Super Bowls, who's ahead, who's behind, et cetera, et cetera. This is the long term of this country. This is a very big deal.
It's also a moment of truth for the Republican Party. They've got to step up. They got to hold firm. I'm saying vote for cut, cap, and balance. Let the Democrats and the president not support it. And if they have to go back dollar for dollar, small increases, dollar in cuts, dollar for raising the debt ceiling, that's fine. But at least put the onus on the president.
Well, yeah, I think they should call his bluff because, we saw Obama blink when it came to cutting the Bush tax cuts. He blinked.
True.
I think he'll blink again. But I do. Here's what the only area where I differ slightly is I think Republicans need to keep it simple. I agree. A balanced budget amendment is not going to pass. It's not going to get through
the Democrats on record as being.
Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's.
The whole thing is a game on some level, and that's what's frustrating, I think, to the American public. I mean, the reality is that this idea that there's a debt ceiling. Okay, you basically they create a set of rules, and then when the rules aren't working out, they want to change the rules in the middle of the game. Who does that? Kids, 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's who. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, my shot didn't go in.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not a game, though.
This is not a game.
No, but it's being treated like a game. Listen to the terminology that's being used all night here. Who's going to blink first? And that's the problem. People, and the game is it's like two jocks fighting, and the people that lose.
But the difference is that you have two very distinct visions here for the country.
That's right.
And I got to tell you something. Our kids are going to be burdened with debt and a deficit they'll never overcome. But Jeff, go ahead.
Well, that's absolutely right. I mean, we're going to decide in the future in terms of whether we're going to be a capitalistic country, an entrepreneurial country, or whether we're going to be talking about people coming into your house and telling you what kind of light bulbs you have and everything imaginable. And this is what's setting the premise for this. And we're going to hire all these people in Washington, D.C. to oversee all of this stuff.
Look, it's just shady business. It feels like an actual contractor who came in to raise my actual ceiling. That's what it feels like. It feels like that this is disingenuous on some level. It's political posturing.
It is
and people positioning themselves to get the White House.
No, I disagree. I think this is about principle, too. And the principle is we hired these guys in 2010 not to raise taxes and get our financial affairs in order.
Okay, but there is a really big disingenuous piece to all of this, which is this is no surprise that the debt ceiling has come due.
True.
We were talking about this last November and December, saying, one of the first important votes of the 2010 Congress is going to have to make is the debt ceiling. No one has done anything about it. Obama didn't do anything about it in his budget, which he actually didn't propose. In fact, Democrats have proposed increasing spending, and in the middle of these budget debt ceiling deals, they still want to increase spending.
We got to take a break. Hang on right there. By the way, Harvard professor wants parents to lose custody of obese kids. More of our Great American Panel straight ahead. And we continue with our Great American Panel. All right, this Harvard professor calls for parents to lose custody of their obese kids.
The fat police cometh.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we're in the Obama era. What did you expect? I mean, this is what's eventually, this is the mindset that goes on out there.
Yeah. I think some liberals would be happy because they want to give our kids condoms when they're 10. They want free access to birth control.
You can't put this on liberals. This is a guy who this is a professor who ingested 25 grams of dumb. This is the most ridiculous idea.
I bet he voted for Obama.
You know what's going to you want to know why kids would lose weight on a government program? Because they lose 10 pounds just filling out all the forms to get lunch in the afternoon.
That's true. Well, but there is a certain side of me that, when you see really obese kids and the parents take them to McDonald's and give them 2 Big Macs and a quarter
It's the
pounder and French
parents.
fries and a
It's
large
the
Coke.
Look at you. Your kids are probably fit because you're fit. You jazzercise every day.
I did, no,
A lot of people don't know that. You put on an Olivia Newton-John headband and you jazzercise and then have cottage cheese and watch Lifetime television.
Listen, you're the one that was just bragging about swimming nude at 9 in the break here. I don't want to hear about what you do. So
We did naked swim at the boys' club. It
naked
was
swim at the
awesome.
boys' club.
Age 7 to
Listen,
9, right in.
I don't make any judgments. What do you think?
No, it's all on the parents. Look, I tell you what, I spent 3 weeks in West Virginia. No offense against West Virginia,
Right.
but I'd never seen toddlers walking around with soda in baby bottles until I went
come
to.
on.
I am not exaggerating.
Maybe it was diet
I'm
soda.
not exaggerating.
Oh, yeah, great.
It is absolutely on the parents,
Yeah.
and it's on. You know,
All right,
look,
but,
it's
but that's not
people
the
who are
issue
too
here.
lazy
The
to cook
issue
their
is the
kids' food.
government. Should parents?
No, of course. Do you know how? Look, and let me tell you something. You guys don't have this problem. I'll tell you something. As a woman who is always trying to lose 10 pounds, if not more, you don't just take a fat kid or a fat person, put them in someone else's house for a couple weeks or a couple months, and they lose weight like
You
that.
don't? 'Cause I've done that with my kid.
But wait a minute. I
It's a
recently
long,
decided.
slow
No,
process.
I recently decided that I didn't want to be 5 months pregnant anymore. So I went on Weight Watchers, the point system, and I lost about 15 pounds.
Yeah.
And it was a pain in the neck. I love McDonald's. I love Ruth's Chris. I love, junk food. And so I made a decision. But here's the point. If kids are that obese, is it a form of, I think these parents are negligent in their duty, but I don't think the government should get involved.
It's called freedom. And our friend Mark Levin would say
Thank me.
Thank me. He would say this is an obsession with the supremacy of the state.
Well said.
Yeah, but the problem is that if you want to talk about freedoms, there's a lot of Americans that think they have 3 inalienable rights, which is life, liberty, and the pursuit of, deep-fried Twinkies. And that's the problem right there. It's
You
like,
ever try a deep-fried Twinkie? No, I'm going to the Iowa Fair just because I want a
Really?
deep-fried
Pork chop on a
pork
stick?
chop on a stick
Yeah.
and fried Oreos, which I've never tried.
okay, so
you
then
know,
we should throw this whole idea of
a lot of
obesity out
kids
the
aren't
window.
doing.
Why do you think I lost all the weight? I'm getting ready.
And why
for the
stop
Iowa
with
Fair.
kids? Why stop with kids?
I think if more kids were doing naked swimming, though, and were more active,
Right, exactly.
like you were as a kid.
Yeah,
Kids aren't active. You don't have PE. They don't go out on the street.
I
They
miss
don't
the
play
naked
pickup
swimming
ball.
thing.
They're
Yeah.
just
Look,
they're sedentary.
the Wii was being pushed as a form of exercise for kids. I mean, this whole country's
Right.
idea of
Wait a minute,
exercise.
did you ever try it? I get out of breath by the time I'm done playing tennis on
That's because you jazzercise too early in the
Listen,
morning.
I don't know what this is your obsession. Don't project it onto me. Your
You wear-
jazzercise
you
life.
have a unitard
You're the
that
one
you
that was
wear.
swimming naked with your what was it?
Yes, it was all boys naked
All
swim
boys
at the
naked swim.
Wansket Boys Club in Providence, Rhode Island.
Do you realize if that happened today that you would
I know.
that person would be arrested?
Everybody say it was a better time back then. No, it was creepier because it was all in the closet.
Exactly. I agree. All right, I don't have time. Can Governor Palin?
Sure,
if she gets in?
She could, I think
And she
she
can
may.
win.
Please
She could
with
win.
her.
Of
I
course
agree
she can win.
Absolutely.
Of course she can
She
win.
should.
No, she can't win, and I don't
wrong.
think she'll get in. I'm not wrong.
She's not even going to
I'm
run.
not wrong.
she
I
said
was
this
right
about
about
Ronald Reagan.
Schwarzenegger, and I'm right about Palin.
She should
but
change her
Schwarzenegger
slogan
won.
change her slogan to America's tease. She just teases us. I'm running. I'm not running. I'm going to kiss you. I'm not going to
can't
kiss
win.
you. She's not going to win.
I'm not gonna kiss you. So just
After she hears about the naked swim, you are wrong, my friend.